Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk Positivity. I need to go over here and push a button, I think, over here on my end so that we can go live on my Design with a Purpose group page, too. We'll see how this works, guys. It's called technology, right? So, this is my new live stream series, Let's Talk Positivity. I am with my special guest, Nikki Moore. We will be followed hopefully shortly with our other special guest, Kody Pullet. And so let me go ahead and pop their names up. So they are our special guests today, and they will be discussing the positive impact that they are making in the community. And so I want to go ahead and turn it over to Miss Nikki for her to introduce herself and just kind of hold off for telling us the good stuff. Just let us know who you are.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and thank you again for letting us come on and be your guest today. So, I am Nikki Moore. I am an author of 7 books, and I author these books pertaining to my life stories to give God glory for what He's brought me through. I am also a grandmother, a mother of 2 sons. I love helping community. I did get an award from President Obama for outstanding community service for helping my community. I had a nonprofit group called Heavenly Helping Hands for 5 years. But because of what I went through, a situation I went through, I had to close it down for a little while. I'm thinking about doing it again because I love helping community. I love
Yeah.
being a blessing to others. Just love
Mhm.
showing God's love to everyone.
Yeah.
Um, I also am a volunteer also for a women's shelter here in Virginia, and I partnered with them. So I have pamper drives. I have all kinds of drives just to help them out in their facility, and I love doing that. What else? I was nominated for oh God, what was it? Just lost my mind. Just lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Most influential woman of
All
2024.
right.
So I
Come
was
on now.
nominated for that in March.
Okay.
So that was
Okay.
such a great honor. So just that's a little bit about me right there.
Yeah, and that's a lot though. That's not a little bit. That's a lot, and it's a good lot, right? Like
Yeah.
again, this is all about the positive impact that my guests are making in the community, and so hearing that it helps encourage someone else along the way, right? To want to do what God has designed us to do, and that purpose, which is your passion.
Mhm.
Typically,
Right.
your purpose is
Mhm.
your passion, right? And so, yes, it's work, and sometimes it does feel like work, but most of the time, it's not, or it doesn't, because it's your passion. So, thank you
Right.
so much for sharing that with
You're
us.
welcome.
And so, I want to go ahead and get into the biggest thing that we want to talk about tonight with
Okay.
you, and that is this play that you told me about that you wrote. So, let
Mhm.
us know about this play. What's the title? What's it
Okay.
about? How we can join, all that great stuff. And before you do that, so Kody has joined us. Let me bring him on so that he can introduce himself. All right. Hi, Kody. Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Going well. Can you tell the audience who you are and what you do? We're just now getting into it. So you right on time.
Okay, cool. Right on time. Perfect. My name is Kody Pullet. I am an actor slash influencer, and I will be playing in the short film The Narcissist with Nikki.
Nice,
So,
nice. And that's a nice segue because that's what Nikki is about to talk to us about. So tell us a little bit about this play and what it's transformed into with
Mhm.
Kody being a part of this.
Okay. So I know Domestic Violence Month is coming up in October. So I was just sitting one day, just like, what can I do this year for domestic violence? So I just say, well, why don't I do a short, like a short film for domestic violence? And I was just sitting here one day, and I said, okay, who would play the part? Like, who would really play this part of this person? And I just start writing out stuff, what we were saying, me and the guy, and just writing our parts out. And I say, gosh, I need somebody. really good to play this part. There's somebody just just can bring it, right? And
Yeah.
so I was on TikTok one day and I saw Cody and I said, okay, he's always in the bathroom talking. And I have to tell this story every time, Cody. He's always in the bathroom talking. Okay, okay. So I just again just flipped past, but something was drawing me to him. And I say, well, it must be something about this person. So I'm gonna go back and just look at his pictures and everything. So since Cody has already done a movie, his co-star was on. I caught a interview a lady was doing with his co-star, and he was saying how good he was in this play, and like he had to just turn around and say, okay, he's good. So I say, that's why, I'm drawn to him because he's an actor. He's already done this. So
Mhm.
I approached him and asked him, would he come and do it? And he said yes.
All
So
right.
that's
All
how it came
right.
along. This by me just sitting here, just thinking, what could I do for domestic violence to,
Mhm.
just to give people awareness of what a narcissist is and the things they do, and how they
Right.
change from one person to the next. So that's
Right.
how
Right.
I came about doing all
I
this.
have a few questions for Cody, but before I get to him, so help us understand because we're hearing like bits and pieces, right? But like, what's the
Uh-huh.
name of the play? Maybe you said it and I missed it. So, what
Right.
is the name of the play? And what
It's,
we heard, kind of like why, right? Is domestic violence. And is this from a personal experience you had? Is this like someone you know? Like, what made you think to write this play? And again, what's the name of it first?
it's the narcissist in me, and yes, it
Uh-huh.
is a personal story. It is a personal story that what I went through with this person.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. And so the reason for that and what you went through, the domestic violence month is what I guess
Mm-hmm.
inspired
Yes.
you to
Yes.
do this. And then with you wanting to put it on stage and then sounds like on film and you got in, I guess it was divine connection of you
Right.
seeing Cody's post. And so
Right.
Cody, can you tell us a little bit about like what whenever Nikki approached you, right? Because I'm assuming she went to you and was like, "Hey, do you want to be a part of this?" What made you say yes to being a part of this?
Um, just hearing her story, honestly, hearing her story, her kind of giving me a little bit of the inside and bits and details of it. And after hearing it, it was just more of just wanting to help get it out there, help to be as a, not just as a project, but even as a warning, and to be able to touch people that's maybe still going through that same situation, living in those type of situations. And just to pretty much bring it to life, bring it to life, and so people be like, hey, I know exactly what she went through, or hey, I'm going through that right now, or hey, oh, so that's what a narcissist is, I didn't know that, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's kind of like
And I'm
my
glad
take
you
on
just
that.
said what you said because that's the next question I wanted to ask Nikki and yourself. I'm gonna start with Nikki first. So help for those who don't know, what is a narcissist? Because I think that's people use that word. Do you really know what you're saying when you say it? And is this truly a narcissist, right?
Right. Right.
Or are you just throwing a name on somebody? So help us
Mhm.
understand what is a narcissist.
Okay, so this is just some of the things they're about. First of all, they are big liars. They manipulate you. They use you a lot. They like to mimic you
Mhm.
because they're very jealous over you because they can't give out the same love that you give out.
Mhm.
They're physical, verbal, also. They make you feel less than. They think they're superior over you. So that's
Yeah.
just some of the things that they are.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are some of the danger signs or warning signs? Like, do they show you this up front? Some may, maybe
Uh,
not. And if they don't, or
Not
you
at
missed
first.
it, like,
Yeah.
because I know women who get into relationships. I know of women who
Hmm.
have gotten into relationships and they're like, and we might meet and we're like, something not right, but they don't see it. And then it's later on, it's like, okay, and I thought I knew something was wrong, right? So Is that done on purpose? Is that part of the narcissism that they want to hide who they are until they kind of get you, kind of under their wing, and then they show their true colors? What's the experience, Nikki and Kody, like? Because I think we've all dealt with them in some kind of way, shape, or form. What's your experiences with that?
Yes, they do hide it. Because I didn't even know anything about a narcissist either. He was really charming at first. I mean, very charming and loving and kind. And I guess,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, when he got comfortable with me, then I
Mm-hmm.
started seeing the true him, the red flags. But
Mm-hmm.
me wanting love so much and someone to love me, like I just let it go over my head. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he loves me, da da da. I just don't want to
Yeah.
see what I'm seeing. I don't want to hear what I'm hearing. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, they're very charming at first, and but they let their guards down when they get comfortable with you.
Okay. Okay. And Kody, how about you? Have you ever experienced a narcissist?
Yes, I have. They're very nice and friendly. They pretty much they live up to what you think a good friend, a best friend would be, and
Mm-hmm.
then but it's always a motive behind it. The whole time they're plotting on you. I guess I would say, or they're using you, for
Mm-hmm.
their own advantage, and eventually, just like Nikki had mentioned before, that comes out, and once it comes out, and you see the real them, it's a whole 360. It's a whole just a whole different person, and it's just they just come to destroy pretty much, belittle you if they can, make you feel lower than what you really are,
Mm-hmm.
and they try to bring you down to a um low place, I guess, of respect, to where they can't you can't even see yourself higher than them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're manipulators. They're manipulators too. They like to play with the mind. They like to get in your mind. They're real big with the manipulation and stuff like
Yes.
that. So
Yes, that's a great word, and because that's what I kind of tend to think with a narcissist. First off, it's all about them. They are the center, right,
hmm
of the universe, right? They're the center. Everything revolves around them. Doesn't matter how you're feeling, what you think, or what you may be going through. It's all about them, right? They're the center point or that focal point. How did you feel, or how are you feeling? Because I don't know. We'll get to that if the film or when it's going to be released. How do you feel playing this character, Kody? Like this type of personality that most people probably don't want to be, right? Like when you know what I mean. So
right,
how do you feel about playing this role? I'm just speaking from experience of me watching movies. Okay, I'll give the one that everybody know, Color Purple. We still didn't like Danny Glover when the movie ended. I'm just saying, cause Mr. Right. So just help me understand how you're feeling. How do you get into that character, number one, and how are you feeling about playing this character?
um, I feel like I'm gonna get to show different levels of emotion, and I guess you would say, like, uh pretty much, I feel good playing the character, because I feel like I'm going to help people, but I'm going to also be able to show I can do more than just be a happy person or be a sad person, and I can also be evil, and but I can still be loving, but then I can be evil again, and I think it's just going to show just different levels of me
Yeah.
acting, as well.
Yeah, the versatility of
So
your skills, right? To kind
yes,
of
yes.
get you out there. Okay, I love it. So it started out as a play, and now it's turned into a film. Is this what I'm understanding, Nikki?
Started out as a book. Now it's
As a
turning into
book.
a short film. Yes.
Okay, so it was never a play; it was a book.
Yes, it was
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. And so, how can we get this book? Where would we purchase your book?
on Amazon. It's
On
on
Amazon,
Amazon.
and it's
Hmm.
called The Narcissist and Me. Okay,
Yes.
guys, we're gonna put this in the chat, right, so that we can go and support. And I should have asked you that up front. We were in the back, right? I could have had the QR code up there, but it's okay. No, that's good. And so, was this? How did you go about saying I want to make this into a movie? Like, or did someone approach you, or you just started researching to understand how you're gonna turn this book into a short film? What was that process
Well,
like?
well, since since my first book, How I Made It Through For Your Glory, became a stage play, I knew I
Hmm.
wanted to do something else
Yeah.
for domestic violence also. So I said, well, the narcissist in me would make a great little film, for domestic violence months, just to show people, these different traits of a narcissist and what the things that they can do. So, and in
Hmm.
these scenes, I picked these scenes that we're going to do because it really shows the personality changes and you know um, the anger, the rage,
Hmm.
that I've seen on his face when he got mad at me,
Mm.
the physical abuse. So you're going to see a little bit of all that. So
Wow.
I really wanted it to be for Domestic Violence Month, as the
Hmm.
first play was about, my ex-husband leaving me and everything. So I helped a lot of women um, whose husbands had left them, and they went through the same thing. So and when
Yeah.
they seen the play, it was such a great thing that I mean everybody was saying this is great,
Yeah.
it's giving me hope, it's giving me this encouragement. So I wanted to do the same with the narcissist in me, like give women and men hope that you can get out of this. God can
Yeah.
bring you out of this too. So I thank God for bringing me out because if I
Absolutely.
didn't, I don't think I would be here talking to y'all with the rage that
Mm.
yeah.
And that's real. That a lot of women and men, men suffer from domestic violence
Right.
too. I don't want that to get twisted that it's always women, right? Because it
Mhm.
does happen, and that's the realness of it, and the fact that you are able, or I guess being transparent with us in the
Mhm.
book, as well as the short film, and you are sharing your life, the transparency, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't want to call it the secrets, but it's like intimate. That's the word. The intimate details of your story. It's
Mhm.
helping someone else, and that's the
Right.
blessing behind it. I am a firm believer that all things have happened for a reason, but God has a plan and a purpose for all
Right.
things. And it's not
Mhm.
about why am I going through this or why is this happening to me. The question should be why not me? Because
Right.
we should really be rejoicing and shouting, honestly, and it's so hard to do. I'm preaching, listen, I'm talking to me first, because you're going through it. It's hard to say, well, how am I going to rejoice? I'm going through all of this, because that's all you just feeling, the heaviness. But when he brings you out on the other side, right, and the
Mhm.
blessing that you receive, it's all meant for his glory at the end of the day.
Right.
And you're a living testimony, because see, he allowed you to survive. He allowed you to go through it. He allowed you to survive it so that you can now go out and help someone else, right?
Right.
That's what it's
Right.
about.
Right.
So, Kody, because I want to make sure we get some of you time in here. So, what are some of the other things that you do in the community? So, I hear that you're an actor, which is an awesome thing. What are some other things that you do out in the community?
Some other things I do when I'm not acting, I'm working on modeling and stuff like that, and also I'm a content creator. First, that's what helped me to even place my roles in all of this, including this, and
Okay.
and the project that will be coming to Amazon Prime as well. But when I'm not acting and stuff like that, I'm working out. I personal train on the side. I'm pretty much just trying to stay busy. I really don't
Hmm.
have time to relax like I would like to, but
Hmm.
I plan on doing that one day.
Yeah.
But my goal is just to spread positive energy and just to treat others the way I like to be treated. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stay away from a lot of I guess you would say like gatherings and social goings,
Hmm.
parties and stuff like that. Just
Hmm.
because like we were talking about, it'd be a lot of narcissists there, and I
Hmm.
experienced so many different situations with people that
Hmm.
came off like it was real good in the beginning, or real cool, and I let them in my circle, I let them in my life, and just to find out later on that the whole time they hated me, or they
Mm.
even wanted me dead. Like I actually had
What?
got death threats and stuff like that. Yes, so
Jesus.
it's just like now
Mm.
I'm real big when it comes to energy. I'm real big when it comes to protecting myself from everyone. So
Yeah.
I'm always like I'm always at home, but I'm always on the road at the same time.
Yeah,
But a lot of
yeah.
times I stay away from people.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like, so what I'm hearing is like you kind of like private, you know, you like your privacy and you're protecting your peace, right?
Yes,
And your peace of
yes,
mind. Yeah, yeah, and that's important because
yes,
your peace of mind is
definitely.
priceless. Nobody can put a price tag on that.
No,
Yeah, yeah. So I
no.
heard you say content creator. So I know, like, I'm raising. What am I raising? I'm raising Gen Zers. I want to keep saying I'm raising millennials. I am not like that old. I'm raising Gen Zers though, and so that's the, I guess, the impressionable age of content creation. So how would one get into that? Like, people think, oh, I just go in here and post a few videos. That truly is work, right? And what time and effort do you put into content creation?
I put a lot of time and a lot of effort because my goal is to give the best content. My goal is to have the best page out there. I mean, when I do it, like for some people they just do it just to be like, okay, I'm gonna make a video and just put it out there. When I do it, I'm really just like, okay, no, this got to be good. I don't want to just. I'm not doing it just to do it. I plan on to eventually be a full time content creator. That's
Yeah,
one of my goals. That's one of
yeah,
my passions. I have a passion making people smile. I have a passion making people laugh.
yeah,
So when I do it, it's fun, but also it gives me, time to show people how I can be creative, how I can
mm-hmm.
switch up, how you can watch one video and then watch the next one and be like, wait, that's not him. Well, yesterday this was this, and I can just keep on keeping everybody on their toes, just because I
Yeah,
can play so hundreds of different people as I choose.
yeah.
So,
I love it, and it's that monetization too, right? You're getting paid to do this, so of course you're gonna take it
so
seriously, right?
yes, of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Absolutely. It's like that's your job, right? And that's what I love about how technology is and how generations change from one to the next. Like, I never would have thought that people would be making money making videos, creating content on social media. Like, you just the
Right.
way this the things that come up, and it truly is talent that I think people kind of miss that. It truly is talent. It
Hmm.
truly is hard work. So kudos to you for doing your thing because I know it takes a lot. So let me ask you both, either one of you can answer this question. When does the movie come out and how can we watch it? I think I heard Cody say, but when does it come out and how can we watch it?
So we're gonna air it like the last Saturday in October on YouTube.
Oh,
It'll be on YouTube. Yeah.
okay. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna have a
Wonderful.
premiere party that day, so it'll be later on in the day because I want other people to see it and just get their opinion first before we air it
Okay.
on there. So
Kind of like
yeah,
a kind of like a listen. What
viewing
is it called?
party.
Viewing party.
Viewing
Yeah.
party.
Think about listening
Mhm.
party, but viewing party. Okay. And so will it always be on YouTube? Will it go to any other? I felt like I
Always,
heard Amazon Prime, but it's not Prime. It's just YouTube.
that Cody's
That was
movie
something
on
Cody's doing. Okay.
there.
That's okay. Listen, let's put it in the atmosphere. It can be on
Yeah,
Amazon
exactly.
Prime and other places. Yeah, you got to
I
speak it
think he's
into
gonna make it everywhere.
existence. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So before I start sharing how people can connect with you, there's a question, Cody. I'm not sure if Nikki shared this with you because her and I talked about this previously when we first met to discuss, her coming on the show. And I like to ask this question from all of my guests. It's like my goal because again, the live stream is Let's Talk Positivity. So what? Okay, if I should say you could go back in time, what would you tell your younger self? And we'll start with Nikki first, Cody, because she knew that question was coming. And then I want you to tell us, Cody, after Nikki goes, like what, because I think it's such a powerful question because we all have some type of something from childhood, good and or bad, right? That we brought into our adulthood. So love to hear the response to that, Nikki.
What could I tell my younger self? Um, I would tell my younger self not to be afraid to do things because that's where I was. I was afraid to do things. I wasn't sure of myself. I really put myself down a lot. So I would tell my
Mm,
younger self, you are all that. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in Jesus.
Yes.
So you can do
Yes.
anything. You can do all things through Jesus Christ. So
That's
that's
right.
what I would tell my younger self. Like, you don't have to be shy. You don't have to be, not positive of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are God's child, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made in Him. And
Yes. I
long
love
as
it.
God loves you and He sees you trying or whatever, that's all that matters. Other people
That's
do
it.
not matter, because that was
Mm-mm.
the thing too, of what people gonna say about me. I
Right.
can't do this right. I can't do this
Mm-hmm.
well. So it's not about them. It's about God, really.
That's
So
right.
that's what I would
Yeah.
tell my younger self. You don't have to be that way.
I
So
love
that's
it.
what I would tell my younger self.
Love that. Okay, Miss Nikki. All right, Cody, what would you tell your younger self if you could go back in time?
If I can go back in time, what would I tell my younger self? Well, I'll tell him that it's gonna be worth it in the future. Not to give up, to stay focused. You're more than enough,
Mm,
and just to, I will encourage myself. I will encourage myself. I'll tell him you're not ugly. Just all the
mm,
negative things I could think of that I've been through throughout the years. I would come back and I will reverse, and I would just let them know that
yeah.
you are not any of those things. You are a king. You have king's blood in you. You are, you are worthy. You are just,
Yeah.
you are good. You're good, and you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be great one day. I
Yeah.
would tell him to just don't give up. Don't give up.
That's
Keep
right.
pushing. I mean, and like Nikki said, of course, stay in church. Keep God in your life always.
That's
I
right.
mean, that's the first
Always.
thing. But yeah, I would just grab him and I would hug him. I would hug him
Yeah.
real tight.
I
Yeah.
love it. And you said that you are good. Yeah, we are very good. That's God said that. Very good. I love it. I love all of it. So, hey guys, I want to let you all know how we can get in contact with these wonderful guests that I had today. So, this is Nikki Morton's Facebook. If you just take your phone, hold it up to the screen, and tap, you can, on that QR code, you'll be able to follow her on Facebook. I'll leave that up there for a few seconds. And then this is how you can connect with Nikki on her Instagram. So, again, if you just take that and scan it, you'll be able to follow her as well. And then we're going to move down to Cody. I got both of your IGs, Cody. So I think this is the bodybuilder with Cody. He told us that he works out. So, and he's a personal trainer on the side, doing his content creation thing. So this is how you can connect with him and follow him on Instagram on his bodybuilder page. And then this is his, I guess, would want to call it his personal signature page. Okay. With Mr. Poulet. Did I say that correctly? And
Yes.
how you can connect with Cody. So, and right before I ask for them to give like closing before we leave, I do have my annual Design with a Purpose event coming up. DWAP stands for Design with a Purpose. We've been doing this thing since 2018. The topic this year is unpacking and shifting to greater. We have some wonderful speakers that's going to be in the house who are going to shift us to greater in our lives. So please get your tickets. If you can't come, just send your prayers. You can donate. You can be a sponsor, whatever leads you to help support Design with a Purpose. And so, before we go, is there anything you want to close us out with, Nikki? Anything you want to say to the audience?
Yeah, I would just tell them, never give up on their dreams. Never let no one tell you that you can't do, because you can do. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding that out right now. Because God is just blessing my socks off. I just, like, I'm blown away right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm never gonna give up. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep going and going. Whatever God wants me to do, when He
Mm-hmm.
opens the door, I'm gonna walk through it. So I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
doing what God's asking me to do.
I love it. I love it. How about you, Cody? Any closing words for us?
I would say stay positive every single day. Even on the worst days, like you had mentioned earlier, when you feel like complaining, somebody's
Mm-hmm.
always going through something worse. And if you think that you really have a bad day, it's not as bad as you think it is.
That's right.
So,
That's right. I
yeah,
love that. There was
I would
there
say
was
that.
something there was something I saw. I think it was what day I was coming home. Might have been Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, but it's a card that was in front of me, and on the back, kind of like a sticker they'll have like across the back window, it said, "But did you die though?" Oh my gosh.
Mm, wow.
I was like, wow, how powerful was that?
Something so
Because it's
simple,
it's
so powerful.
it's just that simple, right? We're
Hmm.
still here. God has given us.
Right.
Apparently, He's not through with us, so
Right.
we wouldn't still be here. There's
Right.
still
Right.
something. There's this purpose. That's why we're here. We each have a purpose, right? Are you living that purpose? Right. That's the question. Are you using the gifts that God gave you, right? Or are you sitting on them or using them in the wrong way, right? Because He can remove them from you just like
Hmm.
He gave them to you, right? So powerful, powerful words from my guest today. Hey, everybody, if you come back and watch this later, make sure you push hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Thank you again, both Nikki and Kody, for being part of Let's Talk Positivity, my special guest for the month of September. I truly appreciate it. Hold on with me before you go. And I'm going to end this stream now. You all have a great day. Bye bye.